world. Father's Day is celebrated on different dates, though the day is usually celebrated in a similar manner, involving presentation of gifts to fathers and other family activities. Living to 100 years old is quite a rare feat to attain, yet more and more people are achieving that major milestone, even in the face of present-day difficulties. Coming up tonight is the life and experience of a 110-year-old in Ikotnian community. What would have warranted a husband to kill his beloved wife is one big question begging for an answer. Thank you for joining us tonight on another exciting edition of our Sunday Special Package. I remain your anchor, Achibon Basil. Governor Abubakar Atiku Bagudu of Kebbi State has declared an incisive onslaught against bandits in the state using the Invincible Yan, Tuari and local hunter groups to support security agencies in the rescue operation of the FGC abducted students. Osman Abdullahi Shehu reports that the governor made the declaration while receiving the groups in Benin, Kebbi.
Governor Abubakar Atiku Bagudu, together with his counterparts, the Ekiti State Governor and the Chairman Nigeria Governors Forum, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, and the Jigawa State Governor Muhammadu Badaru Abubakar, who were in the state capital to sympathize with the government and the people of the state over the FGC Birnin Yawuri student abduction, received the local hunters and Entauri group in their hundreds, who informed the governor of their resolve to join in the search and rescue operation of the remaining abducted students. The leaders of the group said securing the lives and property of the people is a collective responsibility and they will not be left behind.
Al-Ummah, the security agents, but under authority, we are ready for them by all means.
As a chief security officer of the state, Governor Bagudu emotionally expressed readiness to lead the onslaught of the criminals to rescue the remaining abducted students. Governor Atiku Bagudu extended general invitation to all groups of the local hunters and Entauri to mobilize themselves to confront the bandits at their hideouts in the forest to end their carnage.
We will go out there, and like I promise you, on the day we move out, I will not be in the office. I will join you in the field. It's not weapon that win war. It's the will that bad people cannot triumph. May God give us the strength. So please go back to your communities and mobilize, because I will get clearance from security and we'll meet them on the field.
And inshallah, we shall defeat them. The bandits shall be annihilated. Our children will be recovered.
The governor also acknowledged the effort and commitment of the security agencies to rescue the remaining students. Usman Abdullahi Shehu, NT.
Nigerians are again being advised to consider the peace and unity of the country as a patriotic project that needs to be nurtured irrespective of religious or tribal differences. Senior Special Advisor to the President on Niger Delta Affairs, Senator Nta Calabar, stated this at a national dialogue in Akwa Ibom State to sensitize citizens towards national unity and security in Nigeria. Kelvin Samuel reports that the meeting, which was at the instance of civil liberty organizations, had stakeholders drawn from the different political class and tribal leaders in Nigeria.
Of recent, there have been voices of some national leaders breathing out inciting words against other ethnic and religious groups, which has resulted to the taking of arms by the youth. This situation necessitated a one-day national dialogue organized by the Office of the Senior Special Advisor to the President on Niger Delta Affairs in partnership with civil liberties organizations as a platform to enable stakeholders bear their minds on various issues affecting the nation.
I will say that this dialogue is art and it is coming at the right time.
In olden days, if you want to join military or police, you will go to the paramount ruler. They will check whether you are from the lineage of stealing, and he will give his letter, his confirmation, before they will take you. But today, it's not like that.
The problems of mistrust among the ethnic groups of this particular country, Nigeria, more especially the major groups.
The organizers insist that the problems confronting the nation can be solved amicably through dialogue, while calling on the youth to put down the arms and give peace a chance.
Every 4, 5, 6 years, whether you have it, it doesn't need to be the constitution. Whether you call it referendum by whatever, let the people sit, talk, drink tea, and understand themselves.
When thoroughly appraised, no other day fits the bill as Democracy Day than June 12.
The one-day national dialogue, which has as its theme democracy, security, and unity of Nigeria, ended with a refreshed hope and faith towards the unity of the nation. In Uyo, Kevin Samuel, NTA News.
Leaders of the Southeast Zone have dissociated the region from the secessionist agitations in the zone, reaffirmed their commitment to the unity of the country, and condemned the destruction of critical public infrastructure in the region and other places. This was the outcome of a strategic meeting by the governors and leaders of the zone in Enugu to articulate the stand and demands of the Southeast for presentation to the President. Susan Eze has the details.
Southeast leaders who totally denounced every secessionist movement and groups in the region maintained that leaders of the zone have been vocal about their commitment to a united Nigeria, anchored on justice, equity, and fairness.
We condemn in totality the activities of violent secessionist groups in Southeast and elsewhere. We firmly proclaim that we do not support them. They do not speak for Southeast. The impression that Southeast leaders are silent over some of our youth's agitation for secession is not correct. Southeast governors, Ohaneze President, and her leadership, National Assembly members and her leadership from Southeast, notable leaders from Southeast, had come out publicly many times in the past, including ministers from Southeast, to speak against such agitations. In order not to mismanage the unfortunate situation we found ourselves, Southeast leaders have set up a committee to engage such youths to stop and allow the elders of Southeast to address their fears. Number 8, meeting directed our governors and Ohaneze Ndigbo to liaise with indigenes from northern part of Nigeria and other indigenes of other regions that are living in Southeast to come out openly and to assure their people and of course the nation Nigeria that they are very safe and well protected while living in Southeast.
In the 9-point communique read by the chairman of the Southeast Governors Forum and governor of Ebonyi State, David Umahi, the leaders condemned the killing of security agents and civilians and the burning of public infrastructure, and requested that security agents discharge their duties within the rules of engagement and the law. The leaders promised to protect everyone living in the region, irrespective of their origin, and urged leaders in other zones to do the same.
We, the Igbos, do reaffirm our commitment to one united Nigeria under a platform of justice, equality of rights, fairness, love, and respect for one another. We have noted threats by some groups in some other regions against our people of Southeast while we firmly promise to protect everyone either from our own region or other regions living in our places, we plead with the leaders of other regions to please note the threats to our people and to please address the threats to our people and to protect them. We request our National Assembly members from Southeast to please support state police creation in the ongoing constitutional amendments.
The meeting set up committees that will hold further engagements and produce the document that will represent the decisions of the zone. In Enugu, Susan Eze, NTA News.
And now let's join our sports desk for an update.
Ruben Dias and Rafael Guerrero both scored an own goal as Germany beat Portugal by 4-2 in the second match of Group F of the ongoing Euro 2020. Cristiano Ronaldo gave the defending champions the lead in the 15th minute before the two own goals left them trailing going into the break. Diogo Jota's 67th minute strike for Portugal was not enough as Kai Havertz's 51st and Robin Gosens' 60th minute strike ensured Joachim Löw's men peaked maximum points. 4-2 it ended in favor of Germany. In the other Group F match, former champions France were held to a 1-1 draw by Hungary, as Poland also shares the same scoreline with Spain in the only Group E match for Saturday. Sunday fixtures will see Wales looking to upset Italy, while Switzerland take on Turkey. To the Nigerian Professional Football League, Akwa United FC have extended their unbeaten run to 18 matches, with their latest coming in their 2-0 victory over visiting Adamawa United on Saturday in March Day 28th of the NPFL. Correspondent John Paul Alumuno reports that goals from Charles Asimene in the 24th minute and Unfam Udo in the 44th minute gave the home team the win, thereby extending their lead on the table to 53 points.
The good thing about the team now is that we have that solid mentality of winning home and away. So we are not going to compromise on that standard. We're going to go out there in Katsina to do our very best, and we believe our best will be good enough.
I expect my team to play better than the way they did, despite the fact that we had a lot of hitches on the way coming, bad road, and there are a lot of stress from the players.
In the other NPFL matches slated for Sunday, second-placed Kano Pillars will be away at Jigawa Golden Stars, while Rivers United hosts Katsina United. MFM FC at the Agege Township Stadium will trade tackles with Wiki Tourists of Bauchi, while Abia Warriors travel to Akure to play relegation strugglers Sunshine Stars. With sports updates, Olalekan Kilajolu, NTA News.
You're watching news reaching you from the studios of Nta Calabar. You can watch this newscast on our YouTube channel at YouTube/NTA Calabar. We'll go for a break now. See you on the other side of a Sunday special package when we come back. As news breaks from the north, south, east, and west of Nigeria, we bring it to you. News from the length and breadth of Cross River State is sent to you via this channel.
With movers and shakers in various spheres of influence talking to us, we carve a niche and showcase our experience in broadcasting, because it's NTA Calabar before others.
You can't get this anywhere else. It's only here on NTA Calabar News, showing at this times 3 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and 7 p.m. every day. NTA Calabar News. Our experience counts.
It's good to have you back. And now to our Sunday special package proper. Religion, as one of the institutions in the society, has the ability and responsibility of contributing meaningfully to governance, especially in shaping public policy. To this end, our correspondent, Arotunde, visited some churches in Calabar to seek the views of Christian faithful and clerics.
The church is one of the organs of the society, is saddled with the responsibility of evangelizing the world and providing the spiritual need of the people. However, Some respondents believe that the church can contribute in its government by shaping the public policy for the well-being of its citizenry.
The government is only set there by God to lead and run the affairs of the people. But what the church actually does is in the spiritual aspect of it. The church helps to pray. The church helps to counsel the government, in the good morals, help in the morals that is going to actually help the people around in the society.
So my advice is we should all seek the face of God, seek the presence of God. It is God that will help us to be what He wants us to be. It's God who has destined us. It's God who has destinies for us. And it's only God that can help us to fulfill those destinies.
Some clerics sue for Christians' commitment in the area of evangelism, love for one another, as well as unity as a body of Christ to enable the church contribute in public policies.
The church was supposed to be the center and the originator of the standard in the country. In the days of old, everything was determined from the altar. But now it's not the same thing again. It has been particularized. People have entered wrongly. The church has become a secondary because the love of God has lost from our hand. We are no longer seeing what we are laid down for, what we are called for. We are no longer doing it. It takes love to put things in order.
Respondents are, however, appealing to government to provide a platform for dialogue to enable the church discharge our functions other than soul winning. In Calabar, Arut Ndem, NTA News.
Father's Day is a celebration of fathers, honoring fatherhood, paternal bonds, and the role fathers play in the society. Arut Ndem again reports that this day is also an opportunity to show your father how much he means to you and the role he has played in shaping your life.
Fathers are breadwinners of the family, and so every home needs a father. Father's Day acknowledges the contributions of fathers to the families and society at large. And what is the place of a father in the family?
As a very responsible father, every home is built around the father.
Fathers are like the captains in a ship. They should take charge of their home spiritually. In fact, the most important is to spiritually take charge of the home, because by taking care of the house spiritually, you have blessings.
Being a father is not just coming back home with food to give to the children, or having accommodation for the children, or having a beautiful car, beautiful wedding. No. Being a father is taking up responsibility.
A lot of fathers have not discovered that they are the head of the family. They have shifted the headship to women. So they have to retrieve what belongs to them and begin to exercise their parental role.
Children and mothers also appreciate the fathers who have played a vital role in their lives, emotionally, mentally, and financially.
I'm so happy today to be a part of this celebration, celebrating my husband, celebrating my father, celebrating my grandfather most especially, because he has been all in one.
Without a man, woman can never be complete.
Happy Father's Day to all our daddies.
Some men speak on the need for fathers to take full charge of their responsibilities in developing a child's emotional well-being, providing a feelings of security, both physical and emotional. In Calabar, Arut Ndem, NTA News.
Thank you, Arut, for that report. We do hope that you showed some love to your father today. Moving on, women are said to be more passionate about everything. Could these be the reason for their dominance in church activities? Correspondent Benny Achibo in this report tries to x-ray the contributions of women towards the spread of the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Women are portrayed significantly as witnesses in the birth, ministry, and death of Christ. presenting a picture of the church disproportionately populated by women than the menfolk, is therefore attributed to the upper echelons of society, where women are often converted to Christianity while their male relatives remain pagans, as attested by both biblical and extra-biblical sources. Some clerics in Christendom opine.
Some men, they like to take their work more effectively and then abandon the service of God, while women truly invest their time, their resources, and every other thing that they have to the glory of God.
From the days of old, women were very close to Christ. They persisted, stayed with him even unto the cross. While all the disciples, the known ones, ran away, or exception of one, the women were still there. They witnessed it. Even Christ acknowledged them by handing over the mom to one of the leftover disciples.
God has done one thing for the women. They will hold that thing in a very high esteem, and they will make sure they adore God and also appreciate what God has done.
Women are also said to be an integral part to the work of the church, as their spiritual zeal explodes into social services and are mentioned as stalwarts in the faith.
That women abreast God more than men in their own feeble way, because they feel themselves, they look at themselves as kind of weaklings, which they want somebody who will always find succor to their issues and their problems.
Men are always involved in seeking what to use in taking care of the family. And then women are there as the helpmate.
Women in a selfless ministry exhibit their feebleness through hospitality and love in the church. In Calabar, Benny Achibom, NTA News.
How do you treat the elderly whenever you meet one? Are you aware that the way you treat them is capable of either reducing or increasing your lifespan? Well, while you leave to ponder on that, let's join Kelvin Samuel as he takes us through the life and experiences of a 110-year-old woman in Ikot Nyen community, into local government area of Akwa Ibom State.
Ikot Nyen is a community in the local government area of Akwa Ibom State where the elderly are highly respected and celebrated, a place known for longevity, as the elderly serve as a wisdom bank for the young ones who regularly visit them for counsel. Madam Nkoyo Koridem is one of such elderly persons in the community. At 110 years, Nkoyo is still very strong, with her memories intact. At a time when those much younger than her are battling with one health challenge or the other, Madam Nkoyo is still actively involved in a number of activities like farming, cooking, etc. Nkoyo, who was obviously excited to receive the NTA crew at her home, spoke on life in the past, wondering how things have deteriorated to where they are today. According to her, they had lived in love and unity in their days without fear of any form of criminality. She wondered why in some places today the aged are attacked witches by the same people they suffered to bring up. She noted that local delicacies as well as regular exercise through farming are some of the things that have kept her strong.
Life was far better and easier in our days. Young people loved and respected the elders. We ate natural meals and drank from the streams, yet we were healthy and happy. Men were respected for the contents of their character and not the size of their pockets. There were rules and regulations which were adhered to by all.
Madam Koyo is not alone in this, as there are a number of other persons, including an 86-year-old village head who also shared his life experiences while advising the youth to learn to respect others and adhere to elderly instructions.
When you honor an elderly person, he prays for you. In fact, you may live longer, except the wish of God.
These women, not her alone, there are others who are old, who can give us a great advice, and we are carrying out the advice to survive in the village. We cannot do away from them.
Has been transferring the information, the knowledge she had from one generation to the other generation to us, and that has enabled us run the village smoothly.
Continue to show respect to our elders. We should also, check our lifestyle. But that's another thing that could also affect our lifespan.
At a time people hardly live up to 60 and above, it seemed life only begins at 80 in Ikoramnia community, leaving one to wonder what could be responsible to this. In Uyo, Kevin Samuel, Nta News.
When a man and a woman accept to be husband and wife, it is for good or bad situations, because both have agreed under the marital ordinance to be. Then what would have been the situation that will warrant one of the couple to kill the other? This is a serious question begging for an answer, even as a security agency is still investigating the case for lawful prosecution after exhuming the corpse of the murdered wife. Clement Barikwi followed up this story for Sunday Special Package.
On the 16th of June 2021, at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the news of two lovebirds filtered out with the death of one in what is linked to domestic differences. The lingering differences had continued unresolved till 9th June 2021, when another fight broke out between the couple. The deceased could not survive the beating as she died, and the husband, Ukachukwu Christopher, a pastor and founder of Omega World Global Ministry, a fellowship church, buried the corpse in a shallow grave in his compound. Son of the suspect raised alarm, informing the caretaker of the house that for some days they have not seen their mother, patient Christopher.
The Akwa Ibom State Police Command, specifically Eket Division, received a complaint from the youths of the village that they are suspecting one Mr. Christopher Enoch of foul play. And so the division had to move in, led by the DPO, CSP Sunday Digger. They had to move in to ascertain what really transpired, because they relied on an information from the children that since the last fights between their parents, that they haven't seen their mom.
Report has it that the suspect, who is husband of the deceased, confessed to the police to have beaten the wife to death, accused her of being the source of his numerous woes in life and infidelity. The police has exhumed the corpse and deposited it in mortuary for autopsy, pending completion of investigation.
The CP has also said that the command will spend no resources in ensuring that we can, as much as possible, rid the state of violent crimes, especially domestic violent crimes. He's with us. As soon as that investigation is concluded, he will have his day in court.
Amateur clips made available to Newsline show that the suspect lives alone in a fenced compound at Ikorabia village, Okoneket, Eket local government area of Akwa Ibom State, with his family, and used a part of the building for his church activities. The suspect, Ukachukwu, is 49, while his deceased wife is 40. They both have 5 children, and what becomes of these children following the sad incident is a cause for concern. In Uyo, Clement Barikwi, Nta News.
There's a very sad one there. And with that report wraps up our package for tonight. We thank you sincerely for staying with us, and we wish you a very pleasant week ahead. Good evening.